Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the True Life Podcast. We have got an amazing guest today. It's going to be an ongoing series to talk about integrity, leadership, and the future of government. Today, we're going to spend time with Gary Cordery, currently running for governor of the great state of Hawaii. We're going to get into some ideas, some philosophy, and what it means to be a leader in the world today.
It bothers me too, and it's something that happens to everybody in Hawaii. How about our friends in Waianae? How about our friends on the North Shore?
That's exactly right. This idea that our kids had to leave. Our kids, we have 7 grandkids, and they only put their kids in school, in private school, because they knew what was going on in public school. They knew that the education piece here in Hawaii is a disaster. They know that this is a pass-through organization. They know that proficiency rates in Hawaii are among the lowest in the nation. So they put their kids in private school. Could they afford that? No, they could not. One kid, one son, then another son, and then I got 2 more to go. And they said, we cannot make it here. We cannot, it's unsustainable. And so you're absolutely right. All the problems in Hawaii, whether it's economic through high taxes, the cost of living, cost of housing, the taxes that we pay, the services that we pay for and don't get, whether it's DLNR and how we govern the natural resources here in Hawaii. How come some projects move forward and other ones don't? How come certain properties get rezoned and other ones don't? How come certain segments of our society lose their rights to their property? I'm thinking of Hawaiian homelands. All of these things are related and directly you can a direct line between those problems and bad political policy. Corruption is undermining everything we hope for as the people of Hawaii. Our local people, the people that have lived here for generations, are being crushed. I don't mean that I don't mean anything less than crushed. I've met with many, many families who don't know how they're going to survive. I don't know a single family that hasn't thought about, wow, I wonder if I could move. Only in Hawaii and California is there a shrinking population. You just have to think about that. Why does the most beautiful state in the nation have a shrinking population? While the government balloons out of control. Higher and higher taxes, layers and layers of regulation on business. It's the most difficult state to do business in. It has the highest taxes in the nation. It has no local industry. It's completely tourism based. There was a time when Hawaii was an ag powerhouse, and it wasn't that long ago. But all the resources from our legislators have gone to promoting tourism, and the transformation of our farms and local industry have been transformed into development properties. And so we no longer have dairy. What happened to dairy? How about beef? We have beef on the Big Island. How about poultry? What about produce on a large scale? They're gone. And people don't think that when their kids go to school here, I'm talking when I say people, legislators don't think that when your kids go here and you pay them through, you pay for their schooling through 8th grade or 12th grade private school, that's a fortune. You've already bought college once. They go to college, they get a degree, that's another fortune. Now you're $100K, $200K in the hole. Then they go to get a job in Hawaii to do what? There's nothing here. So what do? The kids that we love and long for, we look for legacy and families. We want our grandkids to be near us. They don't want to go. They have to go. There's no industry here. So these are things that need to come back to Hawaii. These are things that why I'm running. We need dairy. We need poultry. We need beef. We need produce. We need transportation. How come there's no inter-island nonprofit ferry for commodities and goods? This is what I'm saying. People complained about the super ferry. Okay, it had its drawbacks. But why not a ferry that's just for moving produce and goods between the islands so that a family can actually invest in a property that they may own? That's another concept. What's this lease thinking that we have in our state? Why are they on a lease deal? What is that lease about? That's about a negotiation to ultimately some point, after 4 or 5 generations, you no longer have blood quantum. You can't own the land. You can't even be on the land. These are the things that must change. This is why you have no legacy properties here. People don't own their land. So I can just go on and on. We can dominate this conversation for 4 hours. I can go on and on. But I'm saying, George, what I'm saying is that people are being crushed because of bad policy. And it's inevitable that people are leaving. I'm sure that families that have left. I know families that have left. I've looked, honestly, I've been on Zillow. I've checked it out. Wow, I could sell my house in Hawaii and buy 3 properties in Georgia.
Yeah.
Right. This is exactly what's going on. But what's left? More tyranny, more government, more taxes, because you have a shrinking tax base. The people who can move, business people, are moving. That means the people who are paying taxes, the shrinking population, are now supporting a larger government. The only option for government is to raise the taxes on the few people that are left. This is bad policy. You can find it running through every department that we have. And this is what must change. This is why I'm running. We must reorder the way that government functions. And so I'm not using this interview as a political campaign piece, but it's just reality. I'm just talking about what's real. It's just reality. I'm just talking about what's real.